Morning, everybody. Today is a big day. Today is the day that we are putting up sheet metal. I was very busy last night getting some work done. I'll show you what I was doing. So I had to go through and drill holes in this angle iron. It turned out pretty good. Jim said it was pretty difficult for him. What I was doing, which really helped, I don't know where it's at right now, but I was using this cutting oil, and I had a cap. I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's back there. But I had a cap where I'd have the cutting oil in. I'd dip the head of the drill bit in there, and then I'd come up, drill a hole, which took maybe 5 to 10 seconds per hole. Once I finished that, I'd come back down, dip the head of the bit into the lubricant, and then start another hole. It went very, very smoothly. And this angle iron lines up with the original H channel. And this is what the sheet metal is going to go onto with rivets. That's going to support it all the way down. Also, one of the tasks that I completed last night was edging out this corner. That's where the other corner piece is going to go. It turned out pretty good. It was a little difficult. I had to cut this off and then cut the sides, bend that back, cut it off, and just continuously do that process trying to get that off, because that is some pretty heavy-duty metal right there. We're getting there. Today, like I said, the sheet metal is going on. I'm very intrigued to see what this is going to look like. It's going to, completely change the bus. I'm excited for these windows. These windows turned out really good. So having these two big windows in this living room area is something I'm really glad that we decided to do. It just so happened that I found these windows on Craigslist. It just so happened that Jim was open to doing some custom fabrication with me. It's going to be great having this much light in the bus. So what we are doing right here is testing out the flanges. We're just spot welding these angle iron flanges, and this is what's going to connect to the sheet metal once we put the window in. So we're testing the fit to make sure that the window is going to fit in here with these pieces of angle iron.
7/16 to the outside. Okay, wait. I don't think we need to, because the... Got it?
Well, for this particular frame, what's happening is the 1/16 of an inch is pushing it out sideways, east to west. So what I'm about to do is come through, grind these welds off. This is just a tack weld. Go in and grind these down on this side. That way we'll be able to get the window in. And this side's the same way, right?
Exactly.
So have to go in, grind this down so we can get those windows to fit. But Jim was saying the other side is a little bit larger, east to west, a little bit longer. So shouldn't have that problem on that side. So we did a little bit of modifying. Just went ahead and cut this out. And also on top, and as you can see, Jim is holding that new piece in. Hopefully that 1/16 of an inch will give us a little bit more room.
Okay. Ouch! Yeah, that worked.
You alright?
Yeah.
This bus is beating you up.
Okay.
Alright, Jim, did it work?
It worked.
Erms is taking shape. It's a pretty big window.
Huh?
So that's a pretty big window.
Yes, it is.
Take a peek from it from the outside. First window installed. All right, so we are getting the first piece of metal put up right now. I cut this end piece. Wasn't sure if I needed it before, so I left it. So the sheet metal is going to go from this spot, and then we're going to fill it out later. Jim has a family thing tonight, which of course trumps anything that I'm doing here. So he's going to essentially just leave me with a bunch of tasks. I think I'm going to reattach the, what's that called? All the wires, the wiring harness. I'm going to reattach the wiring harness because we had to cut all that when we raise the roof. I also need to reattach some wires back here in the rear. So it's just stuff that I can do myself that doesn't take two people. So I'm going to cut this down. We're going to put that first piece of metal up. What are you doing there, Jim?
Putting on some tape. This is very high bond 3M tape. It is for construction. They actually use it in the manufacture of new vehicles, I understand. But it's a very strong foam tape. That way when we slide it up into the top, we'll just be able to push it in and it'll be there. We don't have to worry about it falling off, moving. It's there. And it works really well. About 6 or 8 inches and closer to the butt. There you go.
We got all the tape on. I'm about to head inside, start drilling holes through this back corner piece. We're gonna rivet it as we go. Drilling them from the outside.
Yeah.
About every four inches.
I would just kind of go in between the ones that are there. I'd do like the first 3.
Oh, you're talking about the top here.
Yeah, this top right here.
Okay.
I'd do like the first 3 and we'll put the rivets in. Next 3, put the rivets in.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna push it against it with you. Okay. Yep, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
Just lean in.
Oh, that cord's in there.
Okay, we'll hang on to what you got. Pick this up just a little. Make sure we're stuck, and I'll go get that cord out. Okay, just go along and lean up against it.
Here she is. The first piece of sheet metal. We're about to go inside and check, make sure the rivets held well. You think they held well?
Yep. It looks great. It's just a lot of drilling.
Where's that rivet? Where are they at?
Well, mine is right here. Take a close up of that one. That looks perfect.
Ah, so that's the one. The second one.
The first one.
I don't know where you put the first one.
Oh, it's right here in the corner. It's right here along this H channel.
Oh, then it makes it real hard to find.
Yep, it's in there.
I wouldn't put any in this until you lap the other one over it.
Right.
Okay? And we'll decide where to lap it to. Excuse me. You're going to want it for it to come a couple inches past these, where these rivets will be right here. So we'll just measure it so that we can mark it. So it laps from about there. And then it'll overlap again just like this does on the other end.
And then you go through, like not on this one because this is TBA, but through here you just drill through
From the
here,
inside.
and then you go to the outside and put that rivet through.
Right now, we could go along here and I'll hold it in for you, and you could put a couple rivets in the bottom here, so you know where kind of lines everything up. Once that bottom's held in, then you can pretty much, if you want to get a new bit, we'll just go ahead and drill some holes, like put the one in the middle all the way across, and then one not down here where the deal's going to be, but up about here.
Right, because down there is the rub bar.
Is the rub bar, and you're going to drill all that from the outside.
And that's what's going to really hold on the bottom. It's going to be the cap of the bottom.
Absolutely. So are you pleased to get a piece up?
It looks good.
Okay, that's good.
We're making progress. Those windows is what really put us behind.
They did, and we're doing good. We're gonna get them all in. Okay, let's. If you want to, I'll hand that drill in here to you, and
Yep.
I'll get a 2x4, and you can just tap and show me where you're gonna drill, and I'll hold it in for you while you drill.
Sounds good. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold off.
Okay.
My finger's in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm putting in that that wiring harness that went over on the tape.
You ready?
Give her a push.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay. Go for it. Okay, we'll put that one next one. You only drill a hole for one more.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
Definitely stiffens it up.
Yep. And first time heat hits this, that tape will set in. Woo, it'll set in.